What's up, y'all? This is your host, Willy G. I'm here with Patty J, and we are now just getting a little course preview of the airport track days, volume 2. Brakes are allowed at this one. This is the homie,
That's David.
David. Um, we got some good fast bikes here. Everyone's rocking clipless these days. A lot of pink in the crowd.
That's good team. Good
Good,
team.
they're
Have fun.
really fast. I see two
Oh, you filled around there.
316s. That's a 206, 216. That right there looks like a good front line. Pat's here in the middle.
Yeah, what do you think about my positioning from the start? I kind of took this, not even a B roll, but kind of a C tier.
Is it just optional? You just
It's optional, but everyone's kind of making their way in, and I said, I'm kind of
how
holding
many
the
how many
door.
how
It's
many?
kind of it's a Marriott in the South, and
Yeah,
I'm
you're
holding the door, and everyone's coming in with their luggage.
a,
Is what's
a
happening.
gentleman and an athlete. He is.
I haven't gotten that one before.
It almost looks like your hand is like the outside of the fisheye, like the vignette.
Say more? You mean my right little thumb there?
Yeah, I'm excited to see you shift.
Yeah, I didn't. That's the great thing about the way I tilted my GoPro is that I don't shift on the left one. So we're live from the
Nice.
right.
What number are you?
I'm somewhere in the 330s. I think 335. But yeah, that
And where
didn't.
where do we start for this race? Do you know? At
Uh,
zero?
no, I only see threes. I wonder if they started at 0. You're supposed to bring your numbers week in, week out. So I thought that was gonna be my biggest mistake all year is that I'd lose my little cloth number, and here we are, 2 for 2.
And I don't know the results yet, but I'm expecting Patty to do quite well. He
It's
he doesn't have extensive race experience, so he's racing with Cat 5, but I think he has the power to compete with the Cat 4s.
That's kind. And I felt a little weak going into this one. It was a big weekend. Willie and I did we did Weiss's midnight crit, except we didn't race. So it's not like I really expended that many watts, but we did, to get to Red Hook, it's not exactly a quick little hop on the G train. It's a full commute. So
And
a
he
little
got
bit
the heart rate
winded.
up. We saw a crash, so
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fiona took one pretty hard, but she was all right.
Oh yeah, killer. Still got third. What'd it do?
So let me paint the picture. Let me give the little scene for you. We got Patty here. The blackout curtains are completely shut. Lights are on at this time. Pat's shirtless.
He's talking about my room, just right now.
Laptop is sitting on top of a Rosie's pizza box.
That's true. And we're
Which
off.
I'm gonna go call in while we're recording actually here.
Loop them in. And so while Will's doing that, bad start for me. Didn't really quite get the clip in, but that's all right. I've been working on that. That's why I'm still in Cat 5, folks. I'm following my boy Danny here. Danny was also at the Weiss Midnight Crit, and we were probably collectively 4 Modelo's in when we said that we should go on a break on Tuesday. That we were, both riding without a team. That we
Hey,
should
could
really
I get
make
a
something.
slice of pepperoni for pickup?
Okay.
A spicy pepperoni?
Just a single slice of pepperoni.
Oh, okay, I got you. And your name?
Will.
Okay, so be ready in about 10 minutes.
All right, perfect. Thank you. See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
And so just to close out that scene, Will is adding a second Rosie's Pizza box to our infrastructure here, so that should be good to go. But just to pick up on Danny, first Cat 5 race, first Floyd Bennett, maybe first crit-esque, we'll call it a road race for Danny here, looking strong, pulling me out of the woods, so to speak. GoPro positioning here, I'm happy with. I mentioned to a few people that it wasn't mine, it was my girlfriend's, so thank you, Laura, for that. Maybe should we phone her? She's working.
Am
She's
I allowed to
working.
curse on this?
I think probably
Y'all are going
not.
fast as freak right now. This is
Yeah, dude, Danny is a freak. Yeah, you could say that probably. So okay, line here. I could tell that some people weren't gonna really hold the inside line, and there was already a little gap opening up, and I saw our guy David sitting up making a little wind tunnel. So I said, let me find that wheel. But David, as you probably know, is a very strong rider.
yo.
Yeah, he's got the yo. He's just shouting. He's like, yo, I'm gonna take you to the finish line. Yo, if
You're
you
riding up on him pretty close
oh
relative to some of the others, right?
yeah,
You're catching his stream.
I was trying to I was trying to make this group have some cohesion
Does he have the
here.
same tires as you?
Yeah, there's probably a lot of GP 5000s in the crowd today. David, smooth rider though. First season of Floyd Bennett, just like me, so trust in his wheel. Think he's got a good dome up there. Same cask helmet, so similar dome to me
What are these
actually.
are these regular roads?
Yeah, it's a national park, and they'll just let people, they trust that cars don't go right at the cones, which seems hopeful, but I guess there's a couple people invest. These might even be homies, this might even be the team car. I don't, the Honda Accord, I don't know how many bottles or goos it's storing in there. Maybe it's chucking them at us, but at this point, you're not really calling to the team car after turn one. L&D, good guys there. Jonathan shouts out. Reliable spice, we call him.
Spicy.
Yeah, it's getting spicy. Yeah, wheels were all over the place. Look, I'm not going to say I'm the cleanest wheel to follow, but I'm also going to say there's some wheels out there that I wouldn't like to follow.
What's going through your head right now? Where's your heart rate at? Where are your muscles at?
It's lap one. I should overlay. I see some people overlay some stats on here. I'm not a big stats guy. I don't have the cadence. I don't have the watts. And my dude, he's running Ghost GoPro. You see that?
That's the GoPro sponsorship. He's just obligated to keep it there even if he's not recording.
A lot of people want the weight savings, and so if last minute they decide they don't want the GoPro, I guess they'll keep the case on. I actually saw homie with that same setup last week, so I was thinking last week, I was like, oh, he just didn't charge it, but this week he's 2 for 2 on the lack there. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's got a kind of an outdated model. But what's going through my head right now? Heart rate is very mid. I would probably say it's in the 150s right now. Lap one, it's a really short race. I mean, it's sub 30 minutes. The average power that again, I don't have a power meter or anything, but the average power that my friends are saying they're doing in this race are, I think Danny said normalized 260 watts, but power reading under 200 or something.
Do you have eyes on the front of the pack right now? Are you worried about separation here?
I am, and this week less than last week because the winds today were a little bit higher and gustier than in weeks past, so I kind of had conviction that people weren't going to, unless, there was a train of 6-7 that went off the front, stay away, even for just 4 laps off of this wind.
Is this guy trying to take people with him with the sprint on the left?
I don't know, and so this is the fast section, right? If we think about the wind of the course, I didn't overlay that, but this is the most downwind section, the back straight that we were just on and turned right out of. Kind of a tailwind, but leaning more wind from the left, so it's tail from the left. And then the sprint straightaway, I think it's trending, again, crosswind, but into you. So I knew it was going to be a headwind sprint and that I had to hold a wheel. Hal 9000?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Hal 9000.
It's like a bullet.
Like a bullet, man. Built like a bullet, and that's why he's not in Cat 5. But before the race at 6:26, didn't really respect that I had 180 seconds to get to the start line, but called me over to his car, his team car. Told me to stay in the wheel as long as possible. He saw my error last week, and we can go through, kind of the headspace of last week and why that didn't work out. But yeah, told me he's like, stay in the wheel as long as possible in the sprint at the last possible second, and it should work out.
And for someone who's not as experienced in the sport, in layman's terms, what does in the wheel mean?
That means just hold someone's draft. Like, just stick freaking behind someone until you feel like you can accelerate and sustain the acceleration up until the finish line. At least, that's how I interpreted HAL 9000.
And can you walk me through what you're wearing right now? Not in your current seat, but if you were to flip the camera around, are you as kitted out as these guys here?
I have absolutely no brands on me. No one really dumping.
Keep it low key.
I would say it's more of the supply and demand than when dumping marketing dollars into me.
Yeah.
But I guess that's why we're doing this.
Is your hair going to be up in a bun right now?
I've got a tiny little pony. I was doing some math. I got some new wheels. Will was kind of on the audit committee on what wheels I should get. There's Sal throwing out a good little Saul. 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 I think it's Saul. Really good guy.
Red bike.
Green jersey, front right. A bit in front of me, but he is the most trustable, and I don't know everyone in the field, the most trustable man in the field. I'll go ahead and say it. So really looking to find his wheel later in the race or work with him at some point. He just knows what he's doing and really smooth, really steady, and calls out some of the stuff in the road that you want to be avoiding. Will, this wheel, I thought of you.
It's crazy.
I thought of you when that guy came up next to me.
It's cool.
I said, you could add that to your bike packing setup. So yeah, behind the
I see
Samba
different
riders.
cadence all around. I see people kind of in different. Is everyone just chilling right now? They're sort of settling into their groove.
Totally.
Yeah.
And this straight right here is
Not as important.
the dead headwind straight, right?
Okay.
So no one, the people
Just
up
get comfy
front,
with it.
yeah, the
Yeah.
people up front are only doing 20, 21 miles an hour maybe into this
How many
headwind.
folks do you think are behind you? Is this middle of the pack?
I'm mid back at this point, actually. That's to your earlier question. I did get a little bit scared, even on lap 3 and 4, because I was pushed towards the back, and I knew was gonna have to make up wheels at some point. And you don't want to be. I still don't know the right wheel number to be in going to the last corner. I'll show you why I didn't get it right today.
Are you worried because you feel like you're stuck behind people, or because you don't have the energy to do it? Does it feel like, oh, I'm good, I could do it, I'm just stuck behind these people, and I'm gonna have to make a move, which is gonna make me vulnerable?
Right now, I feel like I could get to anywhere in the pack. I feel like most people right now feels like they could get to anywhere in the pack. So I almost am like, it's, doesn't matter what position you're in.
Yeah.
Could be nice to patrol the front, make sure there are no breaks that go. At the same time, could be nice to stay out of some of the mess here. There's our ghost GoPro guy. I wonder what he's picking up there in the woods. Oh man, not even. I mean, that's just an arrow wall he set up there on his stem, but that's all right.
And sorry to all the listeners, I'm gonna have to take a quick break and pick up my pizza.
That's all right. We'll be back by the time we get to the finish line, so I'll take over from here. Thanks, Will. Just to give you guys some background on Will. Will, can you close my door? To give you guys some background on Will is a emerging cyclist in Bushwick. He has orchestrated a few bike packing trips, namely just one. That's happening this weekend. We're all going out to Fire Island, a group of 10 of us. You can complain about winds at Floyd Bennett Field, but out there they're going to be gusting up to 40 miles an hour.
Can you let them know we still have 2 open spots if anyone wants to?
If the video gets out in time, we still do have 2 open spots at our campsite. I think you can't bring your own tent. We're maxed out on tents, but in terms of humans, we've got space. So, feel free to come by. It's a short little 60-mile popover from Bushwick. That will probably be our origin. But yeah, hoping to stretch some different muscles this weekend. I'm coming off a weekend where I biked to Philly to see my best friends Colin and Rachel and their beautiful dog Georgia. And that was a doozy. It's about 110 miles, and I took the hillier version of it. So I came into this race, kind of one of these set the expectations low, tell people I'm tired. I did a big ride this weekend. Who's counting? And didn't really feel like I had light legs today. I felt like I was moving lumber on, Louie and Ricky left and right quad here. A little concerning heading into it, but still felt like the race was short enough that I can make something happen. But yeah, to light the quads up and get even hamstrings, a little glute doping, to get that in there, I think could be a little tricky to feel good about it. So here's we'll go back to the actual race footage here and stop talking about my weekends. The lines people were taking through here, and myself included, it really, the pack was so dispersed and so wide that like you should be holding the wheel in front of you, but very rarely did people, and very rarely did you have to. Like it was just so much space and people ran so wide. And the wind is, again, at this straight, it is coming from 1:30, 2 o'clock. So headwind, slight cross, I think. It was hard to get a sense of it in the pack, and I didn't really do a pre-ride loop to get a sense of it. But Saul and Danny gave me the intel on which way it was blowing. But anyways, so here I'm behind Ox, and Ox is a great wheel to follow, and he's been on the podium as recently as last week. So I really thought, you tell me, he is just, right down the pipe, not swerving or anything. Just, super solid guy to follow in the pack. And I said, I'm in a good position at this point. So I think we're, 2 or 3 laps in, and I, have the heart rate really where I want it, and that is a good thing, but I'm also realizing that the other 41 riders are in the same boat. So it's not exactly an exclusive club to feel like you haven't expended any energy. I feel like everyone's kind of on that program. But yeah, just going to keep moving up and following him. There's David again, a super solid wheel. And just keep rolling through it. And this, people on the straight, no one up front's gonna pull, and I kind of made the decision that I wasn't gonna do any work out front, just coming off the back of a big weekend. And yeah, still not sure where I stack up on the power here. I am, I don't have the rear facing cam here, but for my new audience, I am what some people describe as spaghetti, like risk of flying away if the wind's just very lanky and long, and not a lot of power built up in my little legs. So all to say, I don't know how much energy I can spend at the front. Don't really have a good sprint. Have never sprinted in my life. Occasionally, a little Williamsburg bridge kind of pop, but nothing crazy here. Shouts out to another homie in the peloton. That's Jonathan on our right. He did a ton of work out front last time. Maybe, definitely. I don't know. We don't have any preems or anything. No reward for being first through on any of the laps, but he would have won them all last time, I think. So strong rider there, and he's moving up. And again, I'm just following Ox here and sitting in, just kind of absorbing what's going on around. Probably took a little drink at this point. I doubled up on the scratch today. I did 2 tablets in a little 16 ouncer. So it was truly just fizzing at me the whole race. So that probably could be honed in for next time, a little less on the tabs. But yeah, it starts to clump up again. I mean, look, no one is pedaling through here. No one's pedaling. The wheels are starting to wobble. I mean, even Ox there gets kind of tripped up. And this is where I think things started to get sketchy. They didn't feel terrible the first 2 laps, but at no point did I feel ultra comfortable. And so here's the fast back straight, mostly tailwind here. Nothing doing, but you don't really get the benefit of the draft as much. So you do a little work through here, but again, everyone's slowing up. No one's working that hard, and just kind of letting things come to them. And I'm okay with that. I said I wasn't going to be at the front. I said I wasn't going to do any breakaways myself, any breakaway patrols. So the more people sit up, I'm okay with it. And now is probably a good time to talk about last week. Last week, similar field, similar winds, maybe slightly less, and the finish was still a slight headwind. I was shocked at how slow the entire group was going into the last corner. Actually, it was at this point in the lap where we are on the video, into the last lap, and so I just rolled up the right side with no resistance, and no one followed me. Most bizarre thing ever, and they obviously knew what they were doing, but I rolled off the front with probably 3 or 4 bike lengths between me and Saul behind me, and just put my head down and cranked for 400 meters into that aforementioned headwind, and just ate it all up, and eventually just led out the whole field and got passed by 11 people with the probably 100 meters to go, and I was still eating wind for the following 99. So not a good strategy, and I told myself this week that I would not go near the front. I wouldn't be tempted by that. I would find a good wheel to surf or work with up until the last moment. So yeah, I'm just kind of hanging back here, and people were really kicking it off that last turn. I don't know if some of the people, midway up in the pack or where I was, took bad lines through there relative to the people that were in front of them and felt like they had to catch up. Hey guys, we have a little guest caller here.
Wait, what was that?
I said, hey.
Oh, hey, Colin. You are live. We are recording Pat's bike race. I'm going to put you on the spot here. Yeah, well, no cursing on this, please.
Oh darn.
What do you think about Pat's biking as of late?
You got 20 seconds.
I've been really impressed with Pat's ability to find the right time, to attack and to find the break. Something that Pat is not exactly accustomed to in his racing is sprint finishes. And I think he knows that. So his ability to move ahead of the pack and try to, go the distance alone rather than wrapping it up in a sprint finish has been really impressive. I know, we tried it out last time, and I think it could work for him this time.
That's awesome. And what do you think about just generally his motivation towards?
What's up, guys?
Uh-oh.
We're back. Sorry, I needed to break.
Okay,
That was a lot.
never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
A rambler here. But while we're
All right,
on
I'm
break,
back.
a couple
I'm
things
off.
happened.
I'm off. All right, it's recording.
As someone who's pretty in touch with the Philly bike scene is always, there's a lot of chatter, especially about the centered around the New York bike scene. And I'll say that chatter has the ring of Patrick Jahn on its lips.
Wow. His name is so big that it has traveled to Philadelphia.
Right, the 100 miles, which he rode on Sunday. Rachel, do you have any? No. Rachel has no comments.
Rachel has no comments.
Rachel, what's your favorite thing about Pat?
You just gotta let him.
Wait.
Oh.
All right.
Was that nothing?
Is Pat here in the room with us?
Yeah,
and you're being recorded.
Okay, see.
Pat's ride from New York to Philly just showed a lot of heart. The man's getting over the finish line, just nothing but love and good vibes and good energy, and we love Pat.
By heart,
that's
she
amazing.
means big quads, and by good vibes and energy, she means fig bars.
Guys, that resonates. Rachel, I love you. Colin, I love you.
And just so that we have it for later,
Pat's
can
here?
you say your name and spell it out, please?
Oh, this is Rachel Allen, RACHELALLEN.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Well, that feels good to hear.
Wait, Pat, how was the race?
Oh, wow. I'll send you.
Guess what?
I'll send you a full synopsis.
With your voice on it.
All right, we're gonna go. What's up, guys? We're back. Sorry, I needed a break. That was a lot. Not really a rambler here. But while we're on break, a couple things happened. Will got pizza.
I ate the whole damn thing before even making it to Jefferson Street.
Yeah, we live a block and a half from this pizza place. You got how many? 2 slices?
At this place, 1 slice is 2 slices. It's a little confusing. We don't have to get into it, but.
Oh, just something I want to point out for the viewers here. There's a cone, I think.
Oh, do you just jump?
I did. I just ate all of it myself, actually, but Ox did. There's a cone in the middle here, which, I'm following Ox. I praised him earlier. Great wheel, right? He'll shoot me straight. Sure thing, Ox. Yeah, okay, let's swerve to the last. Oh, dude, almost died. Did you see that? 2 cones in the middle of the track.
He's trying to lose you.
I did. I probably was on his wheel for too long, so that was justified. Obviously, not his fault at all. Only joking. But that felt a little bit dangerous, and that was a bad. Oh, so we're passing the women's field on the right, which I thought was interesting in terms of. Yeah, see this guy, like, where did he come from?
Running everybody simultaneously seems like it's kind of tough.
It is tough, and I don't know the right thing, candidly, because we passed them, and on our last lap, they started to pass us. And luckily, I was not leading the train because I would have been a little lost. But, I think you give way to the faster group. And one lap, we were faster, and the next lap, they were faster. I think that's the right thing to do. But, the lap that they were faster on, it was our last lap, and so everyone's going to break out in their sprint, and that's a dangerous recipe. So, something to keep an eye out on. But just while we were away, I was thinking that Hal didn't send me any fighter jet memes ahead of this. So
related to performance.
I think we can get into that later when we see the results, but I felt like that was, definitely interrelated.
Should I pull up a chair or should we go to standing mode?
We can go to standing mode. I think the audio might pick up some of the noise from my standing desk, but let's go. Is this what's the clearance on?
All right, we're stopping.
No, that's fine. We just gotta unplug the computer here. Oh, see that line? Jonathan, why are you going wide, dog? We love you, man, but why are you going wide? So that's not an ambulance. Not an ambulance or anything, but we did go in standing mode on my standing desk, which is nice for the last lap, so the energy's high. So I lost the wheels that I liked here.
Oh, but that's Jonathan far left, the green jacket.
That's Saul. So good wheel there, but I don't really get on him. Looking around for Danny. Started the race with Danny. Haven't seen him in a while. He was patrolling the front. He had a lot of action. There's David. Knew he was going to be in the picture last minute. So I think that's Bell right there. I think that's Bell lap. So this is our last lap to go here. I'm buried in the peloton. Kind of starting to worry.
Breaking away now.
Kind of starting to worry. Yeah. This guy, I didn't realize it. He has this he has a joint in his back pocket. That Pinarello guy. See, okay, there's
He's the doctor, right?
You just see Saul almost Heisman stiff arm me out of the peloton. He's so helpful, nice, good club rider that he was telling everyone, including me, that we were slowing down, and he almost just gave me a little Michigan, that.
Yeah.
Who is that? Heisman Trophy guy?
Yeah,
Michigan?
yeah. Eddie George, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just a nice little running back move from Saul there. Almost knocked me off my pretty little canyon. But so this is the final lap. We're 6 abreast. No one wants to pull. You're going into the last headwind. Why would you want to pull in the last headwind?
How are you feeling? How are your legs? Are you feeling the 180 miles you put on them over the last 2 days?
At this point, I was feeling it lap 1, and I think the level of mental engagement required. What are you seeing?
Blue Jacket guy seems hungry.
Yeah, L&D, they're strong guys. So this guy next to me, also really strong. I don't know his name, but he podiumed last week, so I was also looking out for him. But yeah, this corner, everyone took so wide all the time, and I never understood it.
Did you try to break from that?
I just knew that, look at all these guys run wide. I don't know, and this starts to get crowded. Look, dude, even Ox almost got slammed there by those two guys. And so he's looking around being like, what wheel are you guys on? What are you guys doing?
Let's go.
And I think 338, I don't know his name, again, another strong rider. He's got the GoPro probably, I don't see it blinking red, but at least it's not an empty case. He's probably thinking he's going to follow Ox because I think both those guys were on the podium last week. So I've got 2 stellar wheels in front of me.
Oh, man.
Bomber.
So you're ready to...
Oh, there goes Saul.
Wow.
Oh, man, he knew what he was doing there. I guess a little protected from the headwind on the right side. He moved. He just jumped 30 places, 4 seconds. It's that, he's from Rhode Island.
The margins are pretty tight here. Is there a breakaway group? Are you aware of?
Not that I'm aware of. I did get some anxiety about that midway through the race, but every corner that you have, you get to look in front, and the moto was always just in front of us, so I knew there weren't any breaks. But yeah, this is the headwind section. I think you want to be in a good position on this back straight because it's tailwind.
People are just taking it on the outside right now. I'm seeing multiple bodies.
Okay, so this is the women's field. This is what I was talking about.
Okay.
This is the women's field on the left side who were coming in hot. Again, because no one, I think in our group, wanted to just sit up on the back straight on the final lap. No one wanted to pull in that headwind. So they pass us, but then we pick up speed on this tailwind going into the run and finish. So then we pass them again. Again, I don't know what the right thing to do here was. I think, everyone played it safely.
Oh, my God.
Yes, Cone is to the left of us now. And now the women's field has to deal with that because they're on the outside of us. So not ideal. At this point, I think I talked to Saul.
You're not riding wheel. Come on.
I'm not riding wheel. I think either someone's on my left because I can't get on Ox's wheel. Okay, that's my homie. This guy in the Pinarello. He's a good dude. He's 54, he told me, and he's Italian. I don't know how that really impacts his play here, but that's the relevant information I have. There's David on the outside. I knew something was cooking. But yeah, dude, I'm next to 2 KRT guys. Something bad happened there. I don't know if Ox needed to move there or what, but he had to make a quick move. There's Jonathan, I think, in the yellow shoes shooting up. So I've got a bunch of people that I trust and know in front of me, feeling pretty good right here. The heart rate's probably at 170. I got to figure out a way to overlay it. I actually come out of the draft there a little bit because I'm carrying too much speed. But here's the last corner. And again, I'm trying to find Ox's wheel or David's wheel or someone's wheel that I trust here because last time I went solo.
And this is the front of the pack.
This is the front of the pack. You can kind of see the front here if my camera work's done. And I think I take the inside line on this corner. But we should be able to see the front go around the corner just a little bit in front of us. So that's how I knew that I was definitely still in position here. But look at these people slowing up.
Why are they slowing down?
Slowing up. I don't know, but
you could have taken it if there was more space.
I could have, but I trust the wheel in front of me, and I was like, he's making the right calls. I think he knows what he's doing. And these are 2 guys that I'm like, okay, they're gonna take me places. And I took them places last week, so I feel like it's my turn to benefit. But I don't know if Saul was trying to get on this wheel, but I was like, homie, dude, I got to take this. But dude, look at Ox just trucking through in the saddle. I'm feeling good at this point. I haven't expended any energy, but here I start to gain on Ox, and I'm like, okay, do I open it up? I see this guy on the left opening up. So right here, I say, okay, let's kick. Hal said, wait as late as possible. There I go. I think Ox and I hit it at the same time. I want to take this to the. Ox did play 6th and I placed 2nd or 7th. I don't see him in the camera.
Wow.
Might need to go to replay there, but you know,
Wow.
I trust the race officials. Actually, is that Ox all the way to the left? He might have just dove left and crushed. Oh wow, we're not even in the same league. Okay, no need to review. But that's that.
Clean finish. How many racers total?
42. 42.
42, and he got
There's-
7.
There's Danny giving me the little love. That's his. Yeah, he's feeling good. First Cat 5 down, cha-ching. Triathlete though, so you'll notice the.
Oh, that was the guy that was at the Red Hook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Local, hyper local.
Y'all interact on Strava.
That we do. Let that be known. But that's that, folks. Nothing. Will, why don't you sign
Cheers.
us off here?
Cheers.
We got 23 seconds.
All right, this is
What
the
do you-
first race I've honestly ever watched. It's super exciting down to the very end. I didn't get any of the bike audio, so we might play this thing back with the GoPro audio as well. I'd like to hear that. It was super exciting. I think the downwind section is always a pleasure.
I think we gotta cut it.